you got the tape?
Right here.
Great. Okay. Hey, big brother.
Howdy.
Look, can you wait in the green room? I'll see you later, okay?
No problem.
How you feeling?
Oh, a whole lot better since the hospital told me they couldn't find anything wrong.
I should think that would make you feel a whole lot worse.
I guess you're right. I guess it was all just a bunch of nerves. But I gotta stop letting this place get to me, that's all.
That means you gotta stop letting Phil get to you.
That means not letting anything get to me, Ruby. That means for me to stop being co-host of the show. That's what I'm gonna do. The main thing I gotta do here is just to relax a little bit, that's all.
I think you're right, Billy Joe. The last thing we want is for you to end up in the hospital. Though I think that would make Phil very happy.
Aha, what a great surprise. Hey, how'd the taping go, huh?
Not bad. You managed to slip in a promo for your innocence.
Oh, really? Well, thank you, Rena.
Rena and I are just about ready to go to lunch. How would you like to escort Houston's two most desirable ladies?
Well, I can't think of anything I'd rather do. You want to go right now?
I'd like to use your phone and call their lead.
Sure. Well, did you get those leases on the Mississippi line?
Not yet.
So what do you think of the oil business so far?
So far, not bad.
There's no answer. The lead must be outside and can't hear the phone ring.
Oh, excuse me. Hello?
It's dead. Oh, I better go down to the stable and tell Guy.
Hello there, Lurleen.
Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey.
Well, if it's money you want, I could write you out a check right now.
Oh, Ruby. You owe me interest now.
I don't owe you any interest, Bo. Half that money was mine, and I've only had it for a couple months.
Now, I don't suppose that you want anybody to find out about our little secret, now, do you?
How much interest are you talking about?
Now, that's what I haven't quite figured out yet. But when I do, I'll let you know.
I don't have very much money, you know.
That's not the way I hear it.
Then you heard it wrong.
I read in Billboard magazine Elena Decker's brother Ricky's doing real good now.
What were you doing with a copy of Billboard?
Well, I like to keep up with what's going on in the music business. Matter of fact, that's how I tracked you down. According to the article I read, you got Ricky Decker a job. Singing at the top of the World Club right here in Houston.
Yeah, well, Ricky's just starting out and he's not making very much.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'll just have to wait around here until he does. I missed you, Ruby. You shouldn't have run out on me like that.
I missed you too.
You owe me a lot, Ruby. I came to collect.
We'll work something out.
Oh, you bet we will.
Tell you what. You stay here and if I have to go by the coop and take care of some business. On my way back, I can stop at the bank.
Why don't I just go with you?
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Well, I'd like to meet your brother.
It's not a very good idea either.
Why not?
Well, I'd have too much explaining to do. You stay here. I'll be back as fast as I can.
What's that Bo guy doing here?
I asked him to come. I thought maybe I could get him a job on the show.
Are you serious?
Sure.
Phil Roberts ain't gonna give no friend of yours a job. Not after the things he said about you.
Phil knows those things he said about me weren't true. I didn't try to get him drunk. Besides, I'm not going to ask Phil. I'm going to ask Ben.
Look, Ruby, it's Phil Roberts' show. Someone's gonna have to talk to him sooner or later.
Yeah, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
I just hope it ain't blown up by the time you get there.
You're forgetting something, darling.
Oh, what's that?
Phil didn't want you or Ricky on the show either. But that didn't keep you from being on now, did it?
Well, I'm just telling you, you're headed for trouble. Why are you sticking your neck out for this Bo guy anyways?
Money, honey.
Are you managing him now?
That's right.
What does Ricky think about that?
Well, Ricky doesn't really know about it. But I don't think he thinks anything about it one way or the other.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure about that.
It's just business, Billy Joe.
All I know is how I'd feel if you were my girl, Ruby, and some guy like Bo was hanging around you all the time.
Yeah, well, Ricky's not the jealous type.
Everybody's the jealous type, little sister. Everybody is. Now, look, I don't give one hoot about Ricky's feelings. But I'm telling you this for your own sake. I don't want you to be surprised at his reaction.
Hello, Dr. Douglas. Hi, Joe.
Hi. Well, I'll check in with you later. Don't go, Doc.
Joe doesn't want me to be here.
Dr. Douglas could give an order not to allow any visitors, couldn't you, Doc?
Well, I could, but that wouldn't make me very happy.
Dr. Douglas, how much longer until Joe gets out of here?
A week? Maybe 10 days at the most.
Week sounds more like it. Feel pretty good now.
Well, let's just take it one day at a time. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye. Joe, if you're getting out of here that soon, we've got to do something about getting you a good lawyer.
We don't have to do anything, Alea. The state's going to provide me with a public defender.
That's not good enough, Joe. Look, they have a lot of cases to handle. They might do their best, but they have only so much time for each one.
Elena, we've been through all of this already.
I'm not giving up, Joe. I'm going to go talk to Ryan Connor, and I will talk to you later. I love you.
Okay, Stryker, yeah. I'll let you know as soon as I hear anything. Your daughter is standing here. Would you like to talk to her? Come here.
Hi, Daddy.
How you doing, Mrs. Connor?
I'm okay, considering everything that's happened.
Now we're going to find Steve, we're going to bring him home, and Lurleen is going to be just fine. You'll see.
You've told me that so often, I think you're starting to believe it, aren't you?
I've always believed it.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay. Bye-bye, Daddy. How is Stryker? At the moment, he is furious. He just got the bill for the plane that I chartered from Venezuela to Houston for the board meeting.
Oh, no.
Well, now, if he'd let me use his plane in the first place, I wouldn't have had to charter one, right? I know what you two are thinking. Anyway, he said that as long as he's going to be in Washington for at least another week, that he's sending the plane here, and if you get word as to where Barrett has taken Steve, you're more than welcome to use the plane.
Well, thanks, Ring. That's real nice.
Have you talked to Cody?
Yeah, he seems to feel that Steve and Barrett are still in Yellowstone Park, although they haven't been spotted since yesterday.
They could be there for weeks.
I would bet anything that Steve is anxious to get back to school now. And he's got to be missing basketball and track.
I hope so.
When are Ashley and Justin getting back from their honeymoon?
I don't know. I hope they don't come back for a while, though. I really would like to stay out to the ranch a couple more days and make sure that Lurleen's all right.
Has she told you anything more about Bubba trying to rape her?
She promised to talk to me about it tonight.
You don't act like you're too glad to see me, sugar.
Bubba, please.
I told you that I'd make you pay for having me arrested, didn't I? Didn't I?
What you did was wrong.
No, I didn't do nothing. I just tried to be real friendly like. No need for you to be frightened of me, sugar. I ain't gonna hurt you unless you make me. Now you be a good little girl and everything's gonna be just fine.
Bubba, please.
Miss
just
Kate's gone to church. Ginny's downtown somewhere, and that boy they left Gardner Place, why he's tied up to a cottonwood tree out cold. So there's nobody here but us chickens.
Bubba, just get out of here, please.
No, I ain't going nowhere. Now it's up to you. You be a good little girl or a bad little girl. Don't make me no never mind. We're gonna get to know each other a whole lot better before I...
Ben, the least you can do is talk to Bo.
I don't have time to talk to anybody.
Then let him sing for you.
The last thing we need on this show is another singer.
Ben, you know very well that Bo is not another singer. Now, he writes so material.
I just don't think Phil's going to go for it, Ruby.
Well, I know that, but that's why I want you to talk to him, because I know you can talk him into it.
Now, don't put me in that position, okay? Now, you know just as well as I do that Phil is in no mood to be talked into anything by anybody.
Okay. Well, then at least just listen to this tape of Bo singing his own material, all right? And if you don't like it, that'll be that.
You know, I have this strange feeling that that won't be that at all. But I'll listen to it.
Great. That's all I want you to do. Then you can talk to Bo.
Ruby.
You look so bad, old buddy. Considering you were sitting in a Gulf Coast hospital not a few hours ago. Damn, when are they gonna learn I take my coffee regular? Oh, don't tell me it's gonna be one of them days. I'll just have to get my own half and half from the coffee cart.
I heard about Iris's appearance on the Phil Roberts show yesterday.
Whatever you do, don't mention it to my mother. She's beside herself.
Oh, why?
Well, because she feels that Iris tricked her into getting her on the show. If she had known that Paige was going to be on, she never would have agreed.
Iris really gave Paige a hard time, didn't she?
No, Phil Roberts gave her a hard time. Iris just sat there smiling sweetly.
Oh, I'm sure she started the ball rolling.
She did.
You know, I'll bet Paige is using the money she got from selling her share of the ranch to Justin for financing that boutique.
She must have, because she didn't take a dime from Dennis when she divorced him.
Do you think Paige is going to have any luck with that boutique?
Nope, because Iris is going to do her best to make sure that it fails.
Rena, look, whatever you feel about Paige, I think we should give her a lot of credit for helping me out.
For helping you?
She's the one who told me about Pete Parnell being the last person to see Alex before he had his first stroke.
Oh, I don't think that's such a big deal.
If it wasn't for Paige, we wouldn't have been able to fit together the pieces of the puzzle about the misuse of World Oil funds.
Listen, Ryan, if Paige had told someone the night that she saw Parnell leave Alex's suite, Alex might not have been murdered.
Rena, if it
It's
was...
the truth. She waited until she had an axe to grind with Parnell before she thought it was her duty to come to you with the information. I wouldn't give her any medals for that. She was just getting back at Parnell. Where's TJ?
Oh, he's in court. Should be back soon.
Let's go for lunch, huh?
I want to call Lurleen.
Sure. Here you go. Rena, if Iris is out to get Paige, you'd be very wise not to get involved.
Don't worry, Ryan. I'm going to be very careful with Iris after what she did to you.
There's still no answer.
Oh, Lord, what am I gonna do? I've got to keep him from getting in here.
When's that crook gonna learn that I take cream in my coffee? For 5 weeks now, she's been delivering my coffee, and every day I have to go out to that coffee cart to get my own half and half.
Okay, but Billy Joe, you said you weren't going to let anything upset you today, remember? I don't think it's worth getting sick over one cup of coffee.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know why I let these little things get to me. Well, how'd your talk go with Ben?
Went all right.
That mean they're gonna hire Bo?
Well, not exactly.
Well, what does it mean?
Well, it means that Ben said that he would listen to Bo's cassette.
Well, did it sound promising?
I don't know. You know how Ben is. Such a mouse. That's why I thought maybe you could help me out, Billy Joe.
Oh, no.
All I'm asking is you just talk to Ben. That's
Look,
all.
Ruby,
just talk
as
to him.
far as I know, Bo could be the next Elvis Presley, which is all fine and dandy. But I'm not going to get involved in any more of your schemes to get him hired here. Now, look, if you do that, I wish you lucky, but you're going to have to do it on your own.
Well, thanks a lot.
Look, you're Bo's manager, not me. You're the one supposed to be doing all the work.
Look, Billy Joe, one little word from you could do so much because Ben really trusts
I'm
you.
not going to do it, Ruby. And
Billy
that's
Joe,
fine.
I don't ask you for very many favors.
Look, no, damn it, I mean, I just appreciate all this. Now look at you, me.
Oh, don't worry about
Get
it.
on my
I'll get
notes.
it.
I'll ask Ryan to find the Railroad Commission ruling. Okay, what else? All right, I'm on my way to lunch. Thank you, bye. Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have one of your clerks check on the ruling, please?
Sure. Now, where would you all like to go for lunch, huh?
Why don't you let Rita decide?
Any place but the Top of the World Club.
Well, really, what's wrong with the Top of the World Club?
Because I'm tired of it. It's so convenient that I find myself eating there every day. What's wrong, Jenny?
There's no answer at the ranch.
Nobody's answering. I don't understand it. I told Lurleen to stay close to the phone. Hello, repairs? Yes, I'd like you to check a number on for me, please, at Marshall Village. Sure, I'll hold on. Could you check a number for me? Marshall Village, it's KL58972.
Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
What about the assault charges against Bubba? What's happening?
Not much, I'm afraid.
Is it going to go to trial?
Well, I'm reluctant to take it to trial.
Why not?
Because I don't think Lurleen has a chance in hell of getting Bubba convicted. Not based on the information she gave the sheriff. She just isn't telling us enough. Maybe she'll tell Ginny something that'll strengthen her case.
Thank
I
you.
hope so.
The phone's out of order.
Well, are they sending someone out to fix it?
Yes.
Who are you calling now?
Guy, he should be down at the stables. Who answered? We have lunch at the ranch.
Sure.
Listen, you're not still worried about Lurleen, are you?
Well, yes, I am. I just don't like her being out there without a phone. Can you come with us?
No, I'm afraid I have too much to do now. But I'll tell you what. How about me cooking us all steaks for supper, huh?
That's a deal.
Hey, Rena, you're invited too.
Thank you. I accept.
Oh, no! Bubba, no, let me go! Please.
Come on, you want to fight me? I like the fight, huh? Come on. You're only going to make it hard on yourself, sugar. You like me, you know you like me, don't you? You know it. I knew it the first time I ever looked at you. Now, come on. Come on, you be a good little girl, huh?
I'll go get you another coffee, Billy Joe.
No, I don't want another cup of coffee.
How about an orange juice, something like that?
Yeah, why don't you have an orange juice? You know, you can get them from that little cart. It's over in Studio 5. I can
No,
tell
look,
you.
I'll get it myself. If Ben or Lacey show up, just tell them that I'll be right back.
Okay.
Damn.
What's wrong with you?
Well, Billy Joe keeps wasting those pills.
Did you put pills in his coffee?
Sure, but they
I told you not to give him any pills. You said you wouldn't.
They ain't gonna hurt him, Ruby.
They put him in the hospital, Bo. I don't want my brother sick.
He's not gonna be sick much longer if this plan works.
You come up with another plan, one that doesn't hurt my brother.
Uh-huh. Well, sure, send her in. Listen, is that Macaulay brief ready yet? Okay, great. Hi, Elena.
Hi.
Come on in, won't you be seated?
Thank you. I really appreciate you seeing me like this.
Oh, my pleasure. Now, how you doing, huh?
I have a problem, and I was hoping you could help me with it.
What is it?
I want to hire a really good lawyer to handle Joe's defense.
That should be no problem. There are an awful lot of good lawyers here in Houston.
Yeah, but the trouble is, Joe doesn't want me to.
Doesn't want you to. Why not?
Oh, he's given up. He feels that he's going to go to prison whether he has a good defense or not.
Well, he did confess to killing Chris Shaw, didn't he?
That was an accident. He killed him in self-defense. You don't believe that, do you?
It does sound a little ludicrous on the surface. I mean, you have to admit that, right?
Yeah, I know. But it is the truth.
You're talking about a man who kidnapped you twice, shot your brother, and took $1 million worth of drug money. Now, are you telling me that all of these things were just accidents?
No, I know how it sounds, but I want the court to have a chance to hear his side of the story. I don't want him to spend the rest of his life in prison. He's changed, and I think he deserves the chance to prove that. Will you take the case, Ryan?
Elena, I just haven't practiced criminal law in years. I haven't handled a criminal case here in Texas, so I don't think I'm really the man for you. But I would be happy to recommend certain lawyers that might take the case, but only on one condition.
What's that?
Joe has to want to be helped.
Will you talk to him, Ryan? Please?
Sure, I'll talk to him.
Come on. Come on, sweetheart. We're gonna go for a ride. Come on. Come on. Why don't you scream all you want? Nobody can hear you. I'm gonna take you inside, and you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up like that kitten of yours. I'm gonna kill you, but first we're gonna have a good time. Come on. You're just a wild heifer, you know that? Oh, you can see me now. Go on, get in there. Ow.
No, look, I don't care what your union rep... Excuse us, would you have a little bit of privacy? Thank you. I don't care what your union representative said. You have to be here today. This is not a holiday. It's not a sick day. Okay? Okay.
Ben, did you listen to the tape?
Yes, I listened to a little bit of it.
So what did you think?
It was all right.
Great! Then you're going to give Bo a chance to appear on the show?
I don't really think I can do that, Ruby.
Well, if you like the tape.
Well, it's not really up to me. Phil has the last word on all these things.
Not always. I mean, he didn't have the last word that time with Ricky and Billy Joe appearing on the show.
Ricky and Billy Joe were a special case. You know that. They were only supposed to appear on the show once, but there was such a large response that we couldn't help but bring them back again.
And again and again. So you see, if you take a chance on Bo, you're going to come up with another winner.
Look, it was a fluke.
Look, Phil,
Ruby,
I
just
know
forget
that Bo
it.
could come through with the same response. I know it.
Don't, just drop it.
Look,
Ruby, it's no use.
You have people dropping out of the show all the time, right? You have cancellations and stuff. I mean, that's how Billy Joe got on with Elena.
Look, Ruby.
So all I'm asking is that you just slip Bo in one time when somebody cancels. That's all. Just sometimes.
I can't do it.
Why not?
Because while I was listening to the tape, Phil came in, and he said that there was no way in the world that he was going to let another friend of yours appear on his show.
But Ben...
Hi. You remember Ryan Connor?
Hey, Joe. I want to thank you again for arranging that meeting with Parnell.
Yeah, I remember seeing you when I came out of surgery.
That's right. You weren't focusing too well at the time. Glad to see you're feeling stronger.
Yeah, Dr. Douglas thinks I'll get out inside of a week.
Maybe 10 days.
Well, looks like they're going to send me up to Huntsville.
Joe, if you have a good lawyer, you won't stay there long.
You know, you're entitled to the best defense you can get.
Look, we've got some money, Joe, and after that, I'll find some way of getting some more.
Elena, I don't want you to do that.
Why not?
Because they're going to put me away no matter what happens, and Elena's just got to face that fact.
No one's denying that, Joe, but Elena's concerned about how much time you're going to have to serve. There's a big difference between 5 years and 20 years, right?
Or 1 and 5 years.
Mr. Connor, I appreciate you coming by the hospital. But I'm sure whoever the state appoints to defend my case is going to do a pretty good job, don't you think?
Oh, I'm sure of it. But if you don't care, if you've given up on yourself already, then no one, not a court-appointed lawyer or one you've hired yourself, is going to knock themselves out in your defense. Now, Elena loves you. She's willing to fight for you, but you're going to have to help her. Joe, just think it over and talk it over with Elena. If you do decide you want a lawyer, give me a call and I'll help you find one, okay?
It's over now, honey. Rena's gone to get the sheriff. You're safe here. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. Sit down.
The sheriff is on the way. He said he was going to call an ambulance.
Rusty, he's still alive, isn't he?
Yes, I think so.
The guy said he was going to call the telephone company to have someone come out here to repair the lines that Bubba cut.
Did you call Ryan?
Yes, he's on his way. Is there anything I can get you, honey?
I think that Lurleen should go upstairs and lie down.
Lurleen?
You're not going to kill me! You're not!
Lurleen, now listen to me. That is not Bubba. That's Rusty. Look at him. You can tell that it's Rusty. Bubba isn't going to hurt you anymore, Lurleen.
He tore my blouse. He ripped it.
Reno, get you another blouse.
What if he regains consciousness?
Don't worry. I'll take care of him. It'll be my pleasure.
You watch Bubba. I'll get the door.
I sure am sorry I scared her like that.
It's all right. It's not your fault, Rusty. Are you okay?
Yeah, I got a headache, but outside of that, I'm okay. I'm just lucky the crazy loon didn't kill me.
Come on in.
Did Bubba rape Lurleen?
No, I don't think so.
The sheriff is here now. Do you want to talk to him? Do you want to tell him what happened?
Now what is it?
I just talked to Ben. He refuses to allow Bo to appear on the show.
Well, did he listen to the cassette you gave him?
He didn't just listen to it, he gave it to Phil Roberts to play.
Well, what did Phil say?
Phil said no friend of mine can ever appear on this show again.
Well, does that really surprise you?
Billy Joe, look, you've got to just talk to Ben for me. Please, you've got to just
I'm
say
not
something
going to do
to
it,
him.
Ruby, and that's final. Why is it so all-fired important for you to get Bo on the show anyways?
I already told you why.
Yeah, you told me it's for the money, but you already got 2 clients on the show as it is. I mean, you got me and you got Ricky, and if I were you, I'd worry more about us and quit spreading yourself so thin.
Look, Billy Joe, I am a manager, and a manager needs clients. Now, I'm not going to get rich off of you and Ricky.
Well, if you're so set on managing Bo, you're just going to have to get him work somewhere else.
No, the Phil Roberts show is the best gig in town, and I want to get it for him, and besides, it pays the best.
Look, Bo's just going to have to work his way up. He's going to have to establish his own reputation. I mean, after all, Ricky didn't make his career overnight.
You got any brilliant suggestions?
Well, yeah, sure. As a matter of fact, you could have him substitute for Elena a couple nights a week at the Coop.
Billy Joe, what's wrong?
He's coming back again.
What's coming back?
I'm feeling dizzy.
Oh, no, Billy Joe.
It's coming back. That feeling's come. Go get the doctor, quick!
Okay, just a minute. Help! Somebody get a doctor, quick!
That's far enough. You said we were meeting at the Elephant House.
I changed my mind. The money. Give it to Elena. Over here, please. Thank you.
Okay, you got your money. Now you can give us our tickets and passports.
Sorry, Joe.
Hey, look, we're leaving Houston tonight. There's not going to be any way anyone's going to find out that you killed Alex Wheeler. We had an agreement.
Sorry, Joe, there's no way I can afford to leave you alive. You know too many things. Things you don't even know you know.
Like what?
Like Bernie.
Bernie?
Bernie was still alive that afternoon when we left the trailer, Joe. I went back and finished him off. He threatened to go to the police and blow the whole operation.
Well, they can't hang that on you.
Not after I finished you off. But to prove what a gentleman I am, we'll begin with the lady.
you been here?
Oh, about an hour.
Oh, you should be out doing other things.
What things?
I don't know. Whatever normal people do. Anything other than sitting in a hospital room watching me sleep.
I like watching you sleep. Have you done any more thinking about your defense?
Yeah, I've thought about it.
And, what have you decided?
Decided you ought to turn around and walk out that door. Find yourself a nice, decent guy who loves you.
I found a nice, decent guy who loves me.
It's not enough, Elena. I'm going to pay for my mistakes. I can't ask you to wait around until I get out of prison.
You didn't ask me, Joe. You didn't have to. I love you. I'll never love anybody else. There'll never be anybody else for me, not ever. Now, if you're asking me to walk out that door because you don't want me anymore, then I'll go.
Oh, Elena.
You do love me, don't you, Joe?
You're the only good thing that's happened to me in my whole life. That's why I want you to be happy.
But, Joe, you're the only thing that makes me happy. Now, I don't want to spend the rest of my life without you. No matter how long I have to wait. Tell me that you love me, Joe.
I love you, Elena.
I will never leave you.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Lurleen?
No.
How long was Bubba in the house?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Seemed like hours. Is he dead?
No. But I can guarantee he won't try to hurt you again. He's going to be in prison a long, long time. Is there anything else you can tell me that he said, aside from he'd kill you?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. We don't have to talk anymore now.
Come on, honey. Let's go in the kitchen.
Bubba's going to be in the hospital a long time. That sure isn't good enough for me.
Sheriff, would you please call Doc Williams and see if he could come right over?
That's a good idea. Well, there's a man working on the lines right now. They should be repaired any minute.
I'll call him from my car.
Come on, honey. It's all over now.
I'll talk to you.
Bubba's gone. It's all over.
How is she?
Well, she finally fell asleep. Rita's going to stay with her for a little while.
Well, just be thankful you came out here when you did, huh?
I don't know, Ryan. I just feel bad that I left her alone for so long.
Come on, we thought she was well protected. Now, don't go blaming yourself.
Now, Ryan's right. What we have to do now is find ways to help Lurleen.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'll get some in a minute, Kate.
Well, then I think I'll get to work. I've got some bookkeeping to do.
Well, you don't have to do that now. I'll help you with it tomorrow.
Well, thanks just the same, but I want to keep busy.
Why don't you go out to the stables with me, huh?
Okay.
Here's a letter from Steve. Dear Grandma, Dad and I are fine. I miss you and Buddy and Rena and Morning Glory. Most of all, I miss Mom. She doesn't want me to live with her anymore, but I want her to know that I love her. I'll write again soon. Love, Stephen Marshall. This letter was mailed in Montana.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.